If you're going to succeed as an immigrant in the US, you first need to navigate the rigorous immigration process before and after settling in the US. It took me 8 good years to finally make it to the US. I was denied visa 4 times before I finally migrated as a master's international student. After I graduated, I took a leap of faith to get into the tech industry as a consultant, even though I had no IT background. A few years down the line, I started a consulting business on IT graduate studies as well as self-development IT training programs, and from then on, I've never looked back. This is Bob Mwiti, and you are watching Success with Bob Mwiti Show. In this episode of Success with Bob Mwiti Show, I'm going to talk about the different places that you can work when you come here to study as an international student here in the US. In today's episode of Success with Bob Mwiti Show, I'm going to talk about the different places that you can work in the US as an international student. Now, one thing that you have to know is that when you come to study here in the US as an international student, you are only allowed to work on campus, no off-campus work. Okay, so I know there's a lot of international students out there who sometimes they work off campus because it's also very hard for the government to know whether you've been working on campus or not. But don't risk, okay? By law, you're only allowed to work on campus within the college that you're attending, okay? Now, the kind of jobs really depends with what is available. There's a lot of jobs out there that you can do, but most of the jobs are where maybe you're working, like for example in a dining hall. This kind of job, you'll basically be wiping tables, cleaning the floors, helping out with maybe cooking pizza or flipping burgers, those kind of jobs. Okay, I used to work that kind of a job when I was in school as an international student. So if you're not picking, then that's a good job to do. Okay, you can make money out of that. Now, on the other hand, also you can work as a computer lab assistant. Okay, if you're someone who likes computers, then you can get a job. You can look for a job in a computer lab and help out with fixing computers, or helping out, supporting the users of the computers in the lab. Okay, another place that you can work in college is libraries. There's usually universities here, they have huge libraries. Okay, and they need people to be there, to work there, and make sure that the books are in order and pretty much everything is working perfectly fine, support the users of the library. So that's a really nice job. Okay, and you can even study as you work. All right, so when you come here as an international student, look for jobs in the library. Okay, now another place that you can work is bookshops. Schools here, they usually have their own bookshops where people go to buy books. They also go to buy other things that are, like for example, like university t-shirts, caps, hoodies and stuff like that, those kind of merchandise. Okay, so a lot of students, they work there, in those bookshops. So when you come here as an international student, go looking for jobs in those kind of places, and you most likely will find a job there. Okay, now other places are maybe if you get a job as a graduate assistant or a teaching assistant. Okay, for example, if you're coming for your master's program, most schools, they offer graduate assistantship scholarships, where they give you a scholarship and then also you have to do some work. And you still get paid. You are given like a stipend for you to, for you to use for your expenses, for the semester. Okay, so those are the kind of jobs that you can do, and you are supposed, like I said, you are supposed to do up to 20 hours, per week when the school is in session, and then up to 40 hours per week when the school is out of session. All right. Now there's a lot of other places that you can work. You know, this list is not exhaustive. Okay. So when you come here as an international student, what I always advise a student is to start looking for jobs from day one. Okay. Even in fact, actually, sometimes it's good also to start looking for jobs even before you get here. Once you get your visa, start looking for jobs from the school's website. Okay, and start applying. Okay, so that by the time you get here, you have something, and then you can start working immediately. You're watching Success with Bob Mwiti Show, presented to you by Appstech America. Appstech America is a consulting company that helps immigrants find amazing higher education and job opportunities in the tech industry in the United States. You can find our programs by going to www.appstechamerica.com. Appstech America, we wake you up to the unlimited potential within you. And now on to the question of the day. I got someone asking me, hey Bob, how much is someone paid to work as a student, as an international student there in the US? Now, when you're working as an international student, you won't really be making a lot of money. Most likely, you'd be paid minimum wage. Now, the graduate assistantship jobs, they usually pay a little bit better. Let's say, for example, if you're in a state where the minimum wage is like $7, I think most of the states minimum wage is about $7, and you are working as a graduate assistant, you'll probably be making about $10 or $11. Okay. Now, the other jobs where you're working like in a dining hall or library or bookshop or whatever, those jobs will definitely pay you minimum wage. Okay, in the range of $7, around there, depending with the state. You know, here in the US, different states, they have their own minimum wage. Okay, what you get paid, like for example, here in Florida as minimum wage is not the same amount of money that you would be paid if you are working in California. Okay, so it depends with the state. Okay, so but that's usually the range. Okay, the minimum wage. Okay, so and also a lot of international students out there, they think like they can be able to work and be able to pay their tuition with the money that they get from working as working in school. That's not possible. Okay, so if you really want to come and study here, you need to get your funding. You can't rely on the money that you get from working these jobs. You're only working like 20 hours a week. Okay, and you are getting paid a minimum wage. Okay, so if your school is charging you about $20,000 per year, how can you be able to pay that kind of money with your salary from on-campus jobs? It's not possible. These jobs, they are supposed to just give you enough money to pay your bills and even to pay your rent. That's it. You can't do anything else with that kind of money. Okay, life in the US is very, very expensive, so there's a lot of students out there, they think that, oh, you know what, I'll work and I'll make money and pay my school fees. No, it's not possible. Okay, you can't work and pay your school fees with the kind of pay that you get working on campus. All right, I'll see you next time. Goodbye. You've been watching Success with Bob Mwiti Show, brought to you by Appstech America. Come back next time to hear more steps and missteps that I took on the path to becoming a successful immigrant in USA. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn.